All right, hello and welcome, welcome. We are so back to Terraforming Mars Solo Challenge. It's been a hot minute since I've been recording. I moved and then I got sick and all that stuff. So let's see if there's anything here today. If we get meat industry, Arclight plus Miranda could be massive. Otherwise, we were offered Terractor and some other things. So if you want to go Earth Tag discounts, that's there. Lots of weird stuff here. Some science discounts. We love that. Some energy. Skydocks for more Earth. It's probably an Earth run unless we can make science bigger, better, better, stronger. Iridor. I don't think so, man. I think you go Terractor. I didn't see any floater cards or animal cards, to be honest. Microbes, certainly. So do we take both Earth tags? Or do I take a wild tag? I think I take the wild tag over the 3 TR. It means we'll have to pick up extra TR from other sources to get to 63 TR. But that's okay. We get some card draw. We get some cheap energy, some discounts. I mean, space stuff. Anything with an Earth tag on it, right? I could take Sulfurio Research, but that just seems too greedy. And colonies are extra important because I'll have 2 fleets. That's why the energy makes a ton of sense. So we get the discount. And then what? Restricted area for an ocean. It's a bit weird, but card. Early days, we go for cards. Looking for a cheap colony card. We're not finding a cheap colony card, unfortunately, but I will play my nuke power here. No metal production is also a bit spooky. And not much TR either. So we didn't get a whole lot out of that first gen, other than the fact that we have Earth discounts. But there's a great colony. And there is an Earth income multiplicative card. I honestly want all of it, but like the science tag here and the Venus terraforming there, but I think I have to go lean. Energy income available at Europa, so we go and take that. And then as much as I'd like to play these cards, we'll draw a card, but I don't go for another trade. Ooh, Minority Refuge. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I can play that on Callisto. Yeah. There's just a lot of... Basically, that's going to solve the heat, because we're going to get a lot of free energy and then a lot of free productions. But still, let's get the government to help us with these heat bumps. Another Earth thing, a little bit of TR. So first, the trading colony. Here onto Callisto is the one I need to trade with. Well, maybe you take the ocean first. Just because we can get the placement bonus. And that placement bonus guarantees that I can get the Minority Refuge. And now we trade here. 3 energy becomes a ton. And then this becomes energy income. And if we can just find a floater card, we would be off to the races. Here we steal for money instead of steel. Because we can get a bribed committee out of it. Elicit a little bit of TR will help the fact that we have -1 income. So, that means that we now have a bunch of energy. We're getting a lot of value out of the trades, though the colonies aren't that great. At least I can trade with these 2 every gen, and if ever we get a synergy on floaters, we're good. This is also giving us an extra $1 every time we arrive. This one's basically making it so every gen I'm trading for 8 energy. And that is going to be a heat bump. So, again, it would have been better just have IO in the game. But it is what it is. let's go ahead and start getting some Venus bumps. No, one ocean up here, in case we get oceans to place. Science tags would be lovely. Jovians would be lovely, but I think I have to go lean, mean machine and start playing some cards with some gosh darn income on it. So obviously we want to work up to Luna Metropolis. We have a wild tag and 3 earth tags, but for now, lunar exports for 5 income is going to work out. Getting mass converter, again, I could have bought a science tag just now, but we only have 2 played, so buying a 3rd and ruining our gen felt weird. You can still grab a card. Spin-off department, we love that, both for the card draw and for just the income. So, very good. And then I almost forgot to trade. Now, what would be nice is if we had an extra colony on Europa, and every gen I could get a plant income. But I'm not willing right now to forego the extra energy income every gen instead of waiting for plant income every other gen. Just feels wrong. Science tag, yes. Heat, no. Steel income, probably good. Especially with the advanced alloys. So as always, the question is, do you need the science tags this gen? No. Are they going to become unplayable? No. In which case, I can just focus on getting income. But before then, do we get a card? Is it worthwhile? Not really anything I care about. So we draw a card, or we draw a card. We get energy, and we get energy income. We come over here, spin off. Come over here, make our steel worth more. It would have been lovely to use that steel on spin-off, but I'm not going to have the steel till next gen. I would have needed to play advanced alloys to get the value out of the Haydn steel. We can just get carbonate processing next turn. And again, we have no heat income, really. We're just getting all this energy spilling over. Which is nice. A research colony. This allows me to get the plant income every gen. And the science tag and all that. So I think we go for that. This gen, it won't be much, but I guess it'll be an extra ocean. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, right? Because it's gonna be resetting to here, then it's gonna up 1 in between generations, the marker, and then we're gonna have a +1 to trade, and we're gonna be using that for plants? What a world to live in. Cartel, okay. Interesting. So again, this gen, it's not much. It's just an extra $1. But the extra ocean is a TR, so money income. Trading is $1 every turn. Yeah, cartel. Any reason not to play cartel immediately? It's 5 earth tags. I mean, gen early is pretty good. Pretty good. I already bought my card, so I could rad suits here. It'll pay off. Not exceptionally so, but it will pay off. So, sure. Might lose some energy for the sake of upping our heat income soon, but hard to say what's right. Space elevator, I shouldn't need that. Shouldn't need any of this. Maybe the 2 TR, but let's go lean. Draw a card. No more permanent earth tags, unfortunately. But Luna Metropolis, looking at you, kid. Energy. No floater cards offered to us to make our trading better. Where are we for science tags? 2, 8, 7, and then that becomes 15. It's pretty great, I have to say. So 13 income goes to 20. It was over a card over 20, which means I got the card draw from it, which feels pretty good. don't know that I need these microbes, but I'll start playing them. I could be searching for life at the cost of $1. But I'm not going to do that. Because it'll just burn the cards I want to see in the draft anyway, is how I feel. Okay, so we have lots of heat. Again, mostly just the energy spilling over. The fact that we're getting all these trades every turn and still maintaining our energy is great. Earth Catapult, insane. Insane get. Yes, yes, yes. And card draw. Honestly, give it all to me. Now we can be a little bit greedy. With all the discounts that we have. Come on, baby. Give me some card draw. I don't know if I can play this. It's a little too expensive for my books. It's $0, but $3 to buy the card? Yikes. Unless it's going to do something for me. Let's keep moving along here. Again, we get our plant income every gen. Heat is going up. Another bit of plant income. I could insulation for more money, but the heat isn't actually there yet. It's just getting closer by the second. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we hold true. I need to buy like a standard Project Venus bump very soon. Otherwise, I'm not going to... I'm going to get locked here at this amount of Venus progress. But yeah, 28 heat. Feeling good about that. Oxygen a little bit low going into Gen 9, but that's fine. Money microbes. Definitely can't play you. Can't play you. Don't care about that. Look, double Venus bump. Advertising is free, though I would have played it a second ago for value. Ishtar. Robotic workforce is interesting. I'm not sure that I've played many building tags with productions. A little bit of energy, a little bit of heat. Yeah. What to do? Standard project and aquifer so I can get the best and most ideal green replacements. Oh, I could have drawn cards first. Yikes. And there's a way better card already. Don't need this one. So microbes onto money microbes. Trade. Again, we turn 3 energy into a bunch of goodness. I can almost certainly insulation now. There's like no way, right? You insulate and you get 8 money income. And if I have to buy a heat bump somehow at the end of all this, then so be it. Now we're back to the government helping us with Venus, because that's not something I have a way of terraforming very easily. I don't know if -8 is worth it at this point. -$8, but it cost me 3 to pick it up. -1 point. I think you just take the sulfur. Look at a card. It's too late for self-replicating robotics to make a difference. Certainly. I don't have an animal card, but I could still play large convoy for the card draw. And 5 plants. Interesting. Solar wind. I need 2 Venus bumps, not 1. And I feel it's ironic. We just got the event that allows us to steal money for the cost of a single floater. And here we are perpetually locked into only playing 2 colonies because we just couldn't get the last couldn't get a floater card to make it make sense. But yeah, okay, we bump this. I have to standard Project Venus to get us over the hump. I don't think robotic workforce makes sense. I have the steel to make this make sense, or at least break even and give me a point. So yeah, let's continue along. We probably need a little bit of help on the oxygen of all things here, so get one bump there. Rim freighters is like free to play, so I don't know that it's really worth holding back. Microbe stuff, I mean, this is a handful of plant income. Pretty late in the game though. Draw a card, look at a card. AI Central, I do have a lot of steel. Oh, I totally did my trades before playing Room Freighters. Oopsie. Warp Drive -4 on space tags is wild. Oop, excuse me. You would love to do that. You just don't have that much space to do, but still. 2 oceans left. We have 2 oceans in hand. This is 4 TR. That's going to be really great. It's going to be real nice. 2 titanium is really good, actually. I'm going to keep going with sulfur-eating bacteria, which gives me money. I did finally get a floater card. Know that. Wait, I didn't do my trades. No, I'm good. Okay. Still a little bit late to invest in a bit of floaters just for the card draw. If it was a terraforming card for Venus, I might invest. Let me look at this. Insects based on plant tags. I have 2 plus a wild. So this one gets me an extra bit of card income out of it. Because it's now 4 plant income. And then worms is now at the right 4 plus a wild plus itself is 6. So that's 3 plant income. Cloud seeding is 2 plant income. At that point, though, you just buy. Oh wow, we actually got another plant type there. But yeah, you just buy the greenery, right? 2 plants once, plus in the bonus phase, just spend $23 and get a full oxygen bump plus the placement bonus. Aerial mappers. Trade for 1 floater. I don't know. I actually keep going for the energy because I want to have exactly 2 heat bumps. And I guess an extra one in case I get an event that uses heat. But if I had done it the other way, then I wouldn't have had enough. IO mining, interesting. Hashtag not that interesting, actually. Microbes. Microbes. At least I'm going to have $30 worth of this. And I'm still going to get a card draw in the last gen, even though I didn't get to use a card to do it. Here's a Venus pump. We need a lot of oxygen and a lot of Venus. Thankfully, the heat is done and the oceans are done. I can't play this. Would have been lovely to get 2 Venus bumps, though, for less than half price. Am I using anything that uses steel? No. If I had any card that used steel, this is $9 worth of steel, and I have heat I'm not using, so this would have been, even buying the card and playing it would have been grossly cheap for me. I could have picked it up just in case I find a card that's a building tag, but it felt pretty long shotty. I don't think I need a wild tag. I mean, this is at least good. Greenery, greenery. Deuterium. I would have played that. That would have been so much more energy income over the course of the game than what we actually ended up doing. Crazy. In a way, it's almost worth playing so I can steal $5. Though, presumably I can get away with it just by doing my trades, right? We trade here, and then we trade here, and now I can sacrifice a floater for free. Okay, so ton of Venus bumps and some greeneries. So first we go greeneries around the water. And then Venus bump, Venus bump, Venus bump, Venus bump. And I would have loved to buy a city with any of that endgame money, but I guess that was too much to ask for. Right, this one here in particular is fine. Right, even with paying $17 for this, and then getting $4 back in adjacencies, you just wouldn't have $15. Like, it just wouldn't happen. I can't even afford breathing filters here. Oh, no, I still can. This goes here for a breakpoint. And then this, $30. What do you know? So capital at least gives me a city that I can basically fill up with greeneries. Right, because I'm going to get at least 2 bonus greenery placements. Acquired company is interesting for sure. I could sell both of these and get a greenery. But that's just as good as getting 2 points. Interesting end to the game that I forgot about that. Could have got an animal, but hey, look at that. Greenery, greenery. Would have been lovely to get a city here, a city there, city anywhere, but 67 TR, 20 points on cards. That's just enough, baby. That's just enough. That is a trifecta. Anyway, let's see if the audio quality was much better now that I was using the headphones for this recording instead of just raw dogging it with speakers. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.